Alright, it's time to look at the death portion of Halloween, and to accomplish that we're looking at a virus that's literally called death. So before we take a look at it, take a look at the file itself. You can see it's a 2001 byte file, and if we take a look at our old favorites, graphics.com, the original file size is 19,742, and sys.com, the original size is 9,432. We'll go ahead and run the virus. Run it one more time, and each time we run it, it's actually infecting a .com file in this directory. Eventually it'll hit graphics or sys. There we go, sys has been infected, and now when we run sys, this program will also infect other programs. So this by itself is not that interesting. However, what is interesting is the way it avoids detection for some time. And the way it does this is the death virus does not do anything to the end user until it reaches the 10th generation of the virus itself. So when we saw the original death.com file, that was the first generation. That is the origin, patient 0, if you will. When that infected another file like sys, sys is now generation 1. When sys infects another file or another computer, it will become generation 2, and so on and so forth. Now, as this propagates, it requires the 10th generation to be reached, and then it will output an error message, bad command or file name, and write a small Trojan into memory that when Control-Alt-Delete is pressed, will call a different routine instead of restarting. Oops, not CD. So I went on a virtual machine and just basically infected a machine over and over and over, and here we wound up with a version of sys.com that was infected with the 10th generation. If we go ahead and run this, we will see the error message, bad command or file name, and now when we hit Control-Alt-Delete, instead of a reboot, we get your PC has lapsed into a higher state of being, death. Please feel free to cold boot, as nothing has been damaged. It was only a near-death experience. Your PC should meditate more often, cause with all the evil viruses flowing around Neurospace, we wouldn't want this to become a real death. Death, the Attitude Adjuster, VG, December 2nd, 1992. And as it says, it doesn't damage your files, although it had plenty of opportunity to. However, once you've seen this message, this virus has either totally infested your system, or if you've infected many of your friends as you pass around files. Perhaps you give a file to your friend, they become generation 2, they give it to their friends, generation 3 and 4 and 5, and so you've created a network of people who all are infected with this. But only very rarely, or very much later down the line, will you actually see this message and know that your files are infected. So that is about it for the Death-DOS virus. Not destructive, but a pretty cool spreading routine and activation routine, I think. So, thank you for watching.